Welcome to Chapter 1, all regarding AI and AR. AI obviously standing for Artificial Intelligence, whereas AR stands for Augmented Reality. And we'll talk about that too in a second. So this is also part basically of social media evolution. AI is part of that evolution. It evolves constantly on the weekly, on the monthly. Whatever I say now might be obsolete or old news in a couple of weeks, months, or years, obviously, because technology is changing and evolving so fast, especially with AI through the power of social media and how they use it. Let's talk about it. Let's tackle it. Let's start off first with how AI is defined in your textbook, what it means. So, according to your textbook, AI refers to the development of computer systems that can perform tasks requiring human intelligence. It's supposed to be robots, but I see the word human here, so I'm not so sure. All personal opinions aside, we have to be professionals here and realize when we as educators, professionals, professors, talk in the industry with folks that work in all kinds of industries, not even just business, all kinds of industries, AI is topic number one in so many industries. And employers, hiring managers expect freshmen, expect graduates to know something about AI, okay, at least the basics. And hopefully your job, your goal is to realize how can this company, this department use AI to the best of their abilities for their needs, for their practice, whatever their service is or product, okay, or if it's your own company. So you have to be aware of what AI currently is doing, what's currently going on, what's currently AI is possible of, because that's the expectancy. This is part of technological literacy, digital literacy. So you want to be on top of things. And hopefully you can read along the textbook, which has good examples as well. Neural networks, another keyword. What is that? Serves as the foundation for many AI tools used in social media marketing. What is it? These systems mimic human brain processes to identify patterns and make predictions. It's all about identify patterns and make predictions, okay? Play a pivotal role in tasks like creating personal feeds, your recommendations on Spotify or Netflix, detecting spam or harmful content. So no human has to detect every single post, but it's a robot, it's an AI software detecting spam or harmful content automatically, hopefully, and learning from mistakes, hopefully. That's the goal. And AI, obviously, as I just said, is evolving, developing extremely fast. Think about it. ChatGPT just came out a couple of years ago, just with text generation, Gen AI text generation. Now you can create images. Used to be pretty bad. Now it's super good. You can create AI voices, videos that look more and more realistic. We started off with this Will Smith eating spaghetti video, obviously AI, the fingers are broken, everything looks off. Compared to today, 2026, July, if you look up AI videos that are really well prompted, that are maybe also well edited, could be perceived as real. It's a scary time, okay? But this is AI. Let's talk about AI in a second. Let's talk about AR first. I'm not gonna go into detail about that. How is AR defined by a book? It's an interactive technology that overlays digital information onto the real world, enhancing our perception and interaction with reality. Very fancy schmancy way of saying you can have filters on Snapchat. It's basically it. So Snapchat was one of the first social media platforms, at least, who used AR to their benefit, big time. All the filters you see, where's dog ears, the flowers, the face swabs, whatever you see here on screen as well. This is considered AR because the video itself is a reality, but you can add something on top of that reality. Maybe glasses you had not on before, makeup, different kind of lipstick, different kind of clothing. You can maybe add AR furniture in your room from IKEA to see how it actually looks in your room, if it matches the colors, the size, everything. So it has a lot of business sense as well, not just fun sense regarding user-generated content, if you will, but also business-wise. It makes a lot of sense as well. So Yeah, Snapchat starting, I think it was 2015. They were one of the first ones with the face filters that let them transform their appearance in real time. It's not a video, it's real time happening. If you told that to anyone 20 years ago, they'll be mind blown. For social media marketing though, AR matters because it makes audiences participate instead of just watch. So a brand can create filter, lens, or try-on experience. And then you and me as users, we can share that with our followers, friends, families, whoever. So instead of the brand simply posting an ad, the audience becomes part of the campaign. Keyword UGC. That is why AR is very powerful. It combines this entertainment factor, personalization factor, and especially shareability. It's an incredible vehicle for user-generated content, UGC. Lots of examples here, but for brands, the most useful examples we can think of nowadays is virtual try-on or product visualization. So beauty brands can, for example, let users try on the lipstick shades. Eyewear brands can let users test some sunglasses. Furniture brands can test and see how a product will look in someone's room, which I love. That's for social media users. A lot of external users as well. You can go over in your book. But the key idea is that AR turns social media from, hey, look at this ad on your phone, into a try this experience, which makes the content more personal, interactive, more fun, and more shareable. Let's talk about AI quick. AI influences. Your textbook talks about Lil Miquela. Oh my God, may have mispronounced that. That's something that started already in 2016. It's a CGI. It's basically a computer-created fictional character managed by real people. That's the human element, I guess. Now they use help of AI. I think they're going CGI morphed with AI. So this is successful brand deals. This virtual AI influencer has successful brand deals and shows this example. Your textbook talks about it as well, that influence does not require a real human face, at least. However, it requires a believable persona, audience attention, and strategic brand storytelling. So don't get it mistaken. You still have to know the basics of marketing. You still have to know how to reach a target audience. You still have to create ad campaigns. This is all you. It's all a human in the background, directing, guiding everything, okay? Yeah, marketing still key. Don't take out that element. Marketing is still key. Some pros, AI's influencers. Some pros you can think of. We can see here an ad with BMW on the right side. Pretty spectacular. Big German car brand. And Lil Miquela had a brand deal with them. Pretty cool. Pros, brand control and creative flexibility. Whoever owns their brand, owns that fictional character, has a lot of flexibility and control. They don't have to sleep, if you will, that robot, that fictional character. That's why it saves lots of time and costs. 24/7 available. They don't need sleep. And with the help of AI, you can prompt also while you sleep, probably, if you have an AI agent working overtime for you. Cons though, big risks. Authenticity. Careful that it still maintains some sort of relatability. Is this person or fictional character, even relatable? Is it authentic? Can people relate with it? Can they like this person, this fictional person? Yes, no. Transparency, obviously a big issue, and a lot of other risks regarding accuracy, bias, privacy laws, and you name them. Your book names a few as well. So we have to be aware of the pros and cons of AI influencers or AI in general. Which begs the question, I don't know if you noticed, but when AI started coming out, you start seeing fewer AI-generated images. And then a year later, I had the second image. I had the second face. You start seeing fewer AI-generated images. Meaning, they're getting too good. I can't distinguish anymore. A lot of platforms have disclaimers on. It says this video or picture image was created using AI, artificial intelligence. But sometimes not. So you don't even know what's real anymore, especially on Google image search. But there's some tricks. You can look for images posted before a certain time or year. So you can hopefully exclude AI images if that's your thing, as an example. AI obviously creates more automation, smarter targeting. Why? It can learn way faster from your viewing history, as an example. Create faster decisions in real time, because it's a computer, obviously. AI can test, write, predict trends, optimize performance, almost in real time. Yeah, these things are all real-time adjustment possible. Real-time social listening. You can look for keywords on specific platforms, and you can have an AI running and scanning for those keywords. If those keywords are detected, if they're positive or negative, can create lists for you, give you maybe some pain points, maybe some opportunities. The whole SWOT analysis can be enhanced using AI, if you will. Lots of use cases. Analytics make the job so much easier. You don't have to do any calculations yourself in Excel or whatever. You can use AI and hopefully get some analytical data from it. Customization and personalization is big. It's also a big keyword regarding AI, especially on social media. So it's basically like a robot that doesn't have to sleep and has superhuman functionalities and abilities, if you will. But now let's look at some AI integration examples in social media marketing. Some examples: Netflix. This was a thing already pre-AI, but AI enhanced it even more. As an example, I don't know if you knew, but if you and me see the same show on our Netflix login, we might see a different thumbnail based off our watch history, based off shows, movies we already watched before. As an example, on the left, we see here, these are faces of the main protagonists, but they're children. And on the bottom as well, looks very child-friendly. Looks like a happy family. This is like for children. On the left, I will argue. Compared to right side, looks more like a thriller. Maybe this person watched thrillers in the past. Arrested Development, even though it's the same show, looks on the right side more serious, more like a drama, even though it's a comedy show, more like a thriller. So depending what you watched in the past, you get a different thumbnail. And that's true across, not just across countries and continents, but also if you stay inside the same place. It's also depending on your login. So it doesn't matter where you live in the world, you might see a different thumbnail. Because I know sometimes you might be from a different country and you say, oh, these shows have different thumbnail anyway, or different movie posters. We're not talking about that. We're talking about real-time changes. And you might see Stranger Things this way, but then you keep watching, or somebody watches with your login some more family movies, and then in a couple days, Stranger Things will show up like this inside your own login because somebody watched something with your login, your family member or whatever. Same thing here. Did you watch romance in the past? You might get this thumbnail. Maybe I watched thrillers in the past for the same show. I get a different thumbnail. This will all be enhanced with AI using the data analytics to predict trends. Netflix user 1, that's maybe me. I watched all these shows, and AI is trying to predict how can we, just an example for Netflix, how can we get this user 1 to watch The Godfather? How can we get him to watch it? Since posters are not fixed, it's not a print media, they can change the thumbnail anytime. So they're trying the classical Godfather picture versus maybe user 2. This might be you, your friend, your brother, sister, whatever. They watched all these shows. All these shows might be more romantic, more comedy related. So for The Godfather, Netflix tries to push you The Godfather as well, but they're trying it with a different thumbnail. Maybe a different screenshot from the movie. Here's a romance scene, a marriage scene. Okay. And AI integration in social media, there's lots of examples here from your book. I'm not going to talk about every single example. My point here I want you to make and think about is that employers expect that you are not just comfortable with AI, but you can use it to its full potential, full current potential, and stay on top of the latest AI developments to implement as soon as possible in your workflow as a social media manager. Okay, so I encourage you all to explore generative AI if you haven't yet. ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, whatever you want to use, there are free versions and tiers available usually. The textbook also has some sample prompts as well that you can copy and try out for yourselves. Sample prompt is basically just a command, what you want your generative AI to do for you. Basically the command, if you will, that's a prompt. And always ask yourself questions when you're at work, when you're a social media marketer. How could this boost efficiency? How can this offer advantages like significant time savings or amplification of content variety or ability to quickly adapt to trending topics? If you can answer any of these questions and you can successfully bring that up in a meeting, you will already be very, very positively viewed by your team, hopefully your boss, your supervisor, and hopefully you might be a go-to person for tech, for AI, and you will be known that you're on top of things. If there's ever any firings in the future, hopefully you'll be the last person they think of because they need you. You know what to do with this information. You can connect the dots. How to use AI in the specific use case for the specific company, for this specific department or job. Okay. In what ways, another question you might ask yourself, in what ways might the integration of generative AI bring a positive change in the workflow, in your team, and in the responsibilities of your social media managers you have, or of your team members? Ask yourself these questions. All right. Another meme to break it up a bit. When I realized ChatGPT can do my job, and then the same sentence again, the face changed. When I realized ChatGPT can do my job. Oops. However, can AI do this? You remember him from our previous video? 420 Dogface 208? I don't think so. Here's a more recent clip he did with another sponsorship post. This time it's not from Ocean Spray. It's a different brand. But the sentiment from his comments were pretty positive. Everybody talks about, I remember the Ocean Spray, COVID peak. I remember this. It's the first person I've followed in COVID. Pretty cool to see. If you want to see examples of AI-generated ads, completely AI-generated, you can look at last year's Coca-Cola 2025 holiday ad. Look what it says. Created by Real Magic AI completely. And you can see the thumbs down button versus thumbs up. What is this? Over around 17 times more thumbs down. X times more thumbs down compared to thumbs up. People did not like it. Check out the comments on the right. The most profitable commercial in Pepsi's history. This is a Coca-Cola commercial, get it? Pepsi. The unintended irony of using Real Magic as a tagline. I really miss pre-AI internet. What in the world is a sloth doing there? Maybe the AI was hallucinating, putting a sloth on the snow. We must thank Coca-Cola for leaving the comments open. I'm thanking them as well. Nothing says Christmas like Dad got fired because AI replaced him to do animation. Hopefully this is not the case. Very negative sentiment, negative thumbs, lots of thumbs down, because these Coca-Cola commercials, I remember when I was a kid, I watched the Coca-Cola commercial for Christmas. They're usually on TV. And obviously there's lots of artists, lots of people are involved, actors, animators, lots of real humans are involved compared to now, just generating with AI. People don't seem to like it. So my verdict, can AI do this? Maybe not. Not yet successfully, to this degree at least, but we'll see. We'll see what the future brings. For now, just be aware of AI and its existence in the social media marketing as well. Even if you're not the biggest fan of it, we have to get used to it. We have to get along with it and learn from it, learn with it. But feel free to ask me anytime as well. If you're more nervous with AI, if you have more questions regarding AI, I'm here to help.